What's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode. In case you don't already know who I am, my name is Dan and I'm a local investor located in Charlotte, North Carolina. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys some ways that you can make some money in real estate online. Now before we get started, if you're watching this on Instagram, shoot me a like, as well as if you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, and hit the little bell notification icon down below. That way you guys can be notified of when I drop some new videos. Now, these easy to do steps could generate you a whole lot of money online. Some of them you won't even have to leave your house. Let's get started on what some of these things are. Number one is sell leads. Now this has a couple different categories that we're gonna go over, but this one is gonna be the most profitable one out of all of these. And the reason is because leads are hard to get. Now the first part of this is gonna be a driving for dollars list. There are so many different places in the United States where a lot of guys are looking for leads, and you can actually jump into Google Maps and virtually drive for dollars in any state in the United States. I'm gonna post a link in the description below of a video that I did a couple of months ago where I was actually using a deal machine to virtually drive for dollars. I created a list of homes that were either distressed or appeared to be vacant on Google Maps, and you can use that to sell those leads to somebody else that maybe just doesn't have the time to do any of this stuff. You can probably get anywhere from 30 to 40 cents per lead, and you can make a pretty good killing off of it. I mean, if you got 100 leads, you can make like $30, $40 right there. If you got 1,000, $300 to $400. So it really all depends where you're driving for dollars. You know, you might want to go to some big areas like, you know, Miami, Los Angeles, New York, Charlotte, North Carolina, High Point, North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina, Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, so many different cities that are on fire right now in the real estate industry, and you can basically sell these leads and make some money. Now the second part to this is you can actually take those lists, skip trace them, call these people to gauge their motivation. This one's going to be the most profitable because when you're out there calling people and seeing if they're motivated in selling, you can take that information and then link them up with an investor in that market and sell the lead to the investor. You could make anywhere from $300 to $500 per lead every time you find a motivated seller that's interested in selling. And these guys will pay for it because not only did you put the buyer and the seller together, you didn't have to wait till they close. You didn't have to worry about if it closes, if there's any title issues. You don't have to worry about anything because you get your money right up front. And to me, that sounds like a great deal. You didn't have to leave your house. You don't have to go on appointment. You don't have to pick the property up under contract. You can just take the lead and directly sell it to the investor. Again, this will probably make the most money out of all of them. It is the hardest to do because you're gonna have to call all these people and create a list, but you can still do it from the comfort of your own home. You never have to leave your house, and you could essentially make this a full-time business. I know a lot of guys that actually sell leads for a living and they make a killing. The third part to this kind of goes in conjunction with the last thing that we talked about, which is cold calling. In case you maybe don't know much about wholesaling or you don't understand how wholesaling works, I'll post a video down below on how I find leads and how we also call people to see if they are ready to sell their house. You can create a cold calling business without ever having to leave your house. Simply put, you just put out there, hey, I do cold calling. There's a lot of new real estate investors that might not have time to call around and look for people that are interested in selling their house. So maybe they'll send a list to you of 100 people, and you can call them within about, say, maybe 1 or 2 hours and charge a nice fee for calling those people. You don't have to put them under contract. You don't have to wait for them to close. You get your money up front. Generally, I see people charge for, let's say, 120 phone calls. Usually I think about $100 to call a list. So you could call a list in 2 hours, make $40, $50 an hour, generate some leads for somebody that's not able to make any phone calls. All right, so we got the first part out of the way, which is actually finding leads to sell. Now, another part of being able to make money online in real estate is finding buyers. So many people have a hard time finding buyers. They go through putting out bandit signs, cold calling. Maybe they don't have the time to find buyers. This is another way to capitalize on making some really good money. I myself, I bought a buyer's list one time and it cost me like $400 to get the top I think it was top 50 buyers in a 4-county area. So you can make money like this by simply building a buyer's list. And some of the ways that you can do that is by getting on Facebook. Some of you are already on Facebook all day anyway. Why not make some money off of it? And the simple way to do it is you can hop on Facebook, go to a real estate Facebook group, maybe as an example, maybe in Atlanta, Georgia, and you can look at all the emails, all the phone numbers that people post on there looking for properties. You can easily put a list together of all those people in that area, turn around and take that and sell that list. How much can you get off the list is going to depend on how many buyers you have on that list. So if you have a buyers list for Atlanta, Georgia of maybe 50 buyers, you could probably make about 50 to 100 bucks. Now, if it, like I said, if it's a really hot area like Atlanta, Georgia, you'd probably be able to make a bigger list than that and be able to sell it. The bigger the list, the more money you'll make off of it. The second part is you can actually cold call recently sold properties in the area that maybe were purchased with an LLC and ask them if they're interested in being on your buyers list. That's another way that you could create a very large buyers list in areas like Atlanta, Charlotte, Miami, Tampa, Los Angeles. You can call around and see if people want to join your buyers list. They will more than likely say yes. I get a couple people that turn me down because they just don't understand what wholesaling is. You could build a really big buyers list. Again, there are companies and people out there that sell buyers lists all the time, and they make a really good income off of it. So it's definitely a way that you can generate some income online in real estate. Now, this third part is probably one of my favorite, and it's because it gives you an entry into the business if you're starting out. Maybe you don't really understand the whole wholesaling process. Maybe you don't understand a lot of different aspects of it. Well, this is a way that you can get in, make money out of it, learn from it, and possibly take this whole learning process and turn it into a business for yourself. And that is offering virtual wholesaling services to other investors. This could make you a lot of money, and I'll tell you why. Because guys like me, let's say I'm here in Charlotte, North Carolina, but maybe I want to virtually wholesale in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm not in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't have any money to constantly fly back and forth to Nashville, Tennessee. And I don't have any friends, family, or anybody that I can trust in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, what if there was a person in Nashville, Tennessee that is a professional virtual wholesaler assistant that could take the pictures for me, go out on an appointment, write down all the damages they see, and also get contracts signed for me, basically being my boots on the ground. Now, this person wouldn't get paid when I sell the house. This person would be paid up front, and you can charge almost anything you want for these services. I know a guy that was basically doing this for a living, and what he would do is anytime you needed pictures of a certain property, he would go out and take pictures for $100, complete pictures of the whole house, drone shots, everything. Then he would charge another $150 to go and get the contract signed, and then do all the footwork, bringing stuff to the closing attorney, making sure that the seller goes to the closing attorney, and making sure the transaction goes smoothly. Not only did he learn how to wholesale, but he was also making money from these services. And the last part of the virtual wholesaling services is basically going out and driving for dollars for somebody. There are a lot of investors that are looking for people to drive for dollars for them because they can't. They might be in your own market. There might be guys that are looking for people to drive for dollars for them. They usually pay you per house that you find. This is another great way to get started in real estate without having to actually do much effort other than finding leads for other people, like driving for dollars. Now, this one you wouldn't be doing virtually. You'd actually get in your car, put gas in it, and go drive around and look for as many distressed properties or vacant properties, whatever it is that one person is specifically looking for. And you get paid up front. You don't have to worry about finding buyers and sellers. You don't have to worry about if it's going to close or not. You get paid up front. Now, is it going to be as much as the deal? It's not. But it's still going to give you a valuable learning lesson on how the deal happens, what goes into finding the deal, what goes into contacting the deal, and what goes into closing the deal. So those are some great ways that you're able to generate income online through real estate. A lot of these ways are practically almost free. It really all just comes down to dedication and time. Time is going to be what's going to make you money. You don't really need a lot of money. Literally, startup costs on any of these things that we discuss are under $100. So if you are finding yourself in a situation, maybe you want to get started as a real estate investor, maybe you want to make some extra income online, these are some great ways that you're able to do it. Most of these ways you can do them from the comfort of your own home, and you don't have to worry about dealing with people or going out to anybody's house. I hope you guys benefited tremendously from this video. I hope that you learned some ways on how to create some money online in real estate without ever having to flip a house. A lot of these services that I've talked about are available online. People are constantly doing this. That's why I made this video, because there are a lot of guys out there making money just creating lists, doing certain services for people and helping people in their very own businesses. So if you're watching this on Instagram, shoot me a like, as well as if you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, and hit the little bell notification icon down below. That way you guys can be notified anytime I drop some new videos. And I hope you guys found some absolute value in this. And I hope you guys are closing deals. If you're not closing any deals, I promise you, you're pretty close. Just keep on pushing. So take it easy, everybody. Hope you have a good one.